Okay, hey guys, Mr. Roach here. Now this is a very crap. This is a little update on, my channel update video that I posted not even a day ago right now. Like maybe like an hour ago, probably like an hour ago. And since then, Harry Rogue, he did comment on the video, so he did watch it. I had a feeling he probably would. Because a good amount of the times when I make something become a killer related, he leaves a comment. And his comment actually did give me, he did clear up some spots, and yeah. Let me actually bring up the actual page real quick. I'm gonna have to sign in this account real quick. Right. You won't see this in the recording, but yeah. Right. I forgot about something. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I have to go on Opera GX to actually do it, which Opera GX kind of ruins the thing, but I'm gonna try. Okay, I don't know why it did it twice. Yeah. Hold on. Alright, I paused it. So yeah, on the video, he did leave some information. And I'm gonna read what his comment said, which I'm actually gonna take a screenshot because I might add it in the video. Okay, well, I don't know why I did that. But there we go. So let me read out what he said. So he said, I'll do a mini rework for Redacted, which could be ready for the next test. I tried my best to make it redacted, but I didn't mean to try to make him seem less lore accurate. Now, when I read that part, I was like, I don't know, but it kind of sounded like it kind of sounded like he said, "Look, I tried my best, okay? Look, I tried my best. All right? I'm not mad at you, okay? I'm not mad. I'm not super pissed off about it, okay? I'm just a little, mixed." Which, I don't know, but him saying redacted, or no, him saying he tried to make his best, make him redacted, but he didn't mean to try and make him seem less lore accurate. Which, okay. But that's good to know. That's good to know he did not mean to make him less lore accurate. Alright. Now, I'm not saying I want him, like, perfectly lore accurate, okay? Okay? I'm not saying I want him perfectly lore accurate. But that's pretty good to know. That's pretty good. I try my best. But he isn't finalized yet. Now, this part, I was like, okay. Because even though he did say he was done, when I was in the test game with him one time, when he showed me Redacted for the first time, and I asked him some questions about Redacted and stuff, and if he was finished with it, like him adding voice lines for him, he said Redacted was done, but he didn't say he wasn't finalized yet. So, which basically means he's not completely done. He's not completely done, which is good to know. he hasn't been finalized yet, which is very good to know. And now, and the next thing he says, and about some skins not having regeneration ability, that's because I was reworking the ability. I had a feeling that this was probably why I didn't see the regenerated ability. I definitely had a feeling he probably removed it just so he could rework it. So I had a feeling he was going to do that, because there was no way he just deleted it for no reason. No, there was definitely a reason, because he's reworking it to make it much more better, which is nice. It's real nice. Also, the reason Redacted isn't exclusive or dev killer only is so other people can play as him too. Which, okay. Since he has an original moveset, now that part, I'm like, okay. I don't really care about his moveset all that much. I don't really care about the animations. Kind of, you know. In my eyes, I picture his animations to be like, he moves pretty realistically in my eyes. Like, he's like one of those Roblox myths. No, not that. But in my eyes, I would picture him like moving pretty realistically. Like, unlike normal Roblox players, he would actually have more realistic like animations. So yeah. Now the next reason makes a whole lot more sense. And now he says, and also it gives more knowledge to you and Redacted if more people know about it. Now this part, maybe actually think, okay, this definitely makes more sense why he's not like a dev killer. Because I never thought about this when I wanted Hero to make this a dev killer. I didn't think about this, but when you think about it, it makes sense. Because if he was a dev killer, then no one else would less people would know about him. But the more people play as him, the more players will know what he is, and stuff like that. Which does kind of help me a little bit, just to give me more crap. I think my papa came back in. I think my papa's back. So yeah, I might have to stop the recording for tonight maybe. I might resume this tomorrow. So, okay, I'm back. Papa didn't come back. I thought he did. So, it's okay. Recording's back in schedule. I hope my recording doesn't get screwed up, because recording on Opera GX it doesn't make it act nice. Where was I? Oh yeah. Him being more knowledgeable. So yeah. Let me continue what he said. So next he said, when Recode is fully out, if you make a tier list, which I will most likely probably do, I am interested to hear your opinions on the finalized version of Redacted. Okay. Well, alright, that's good to know. He's interested. So whenever I make that video, he's interested what my thoughts would be when he's finalized, and put him on the tier list when Recode comes out. And this next thing got me a little excited. It got me a little excited. He said, however, whenever Recode is out, I may give you an exclusive skin for Redacted. Who knows? That part I got a little excited about, because this is pretty much close enough to having a dev only killer, like for a me exclusive killer for him having an exclusive skin with him. That's gonna be like the closest thing. So at least he's thinking to give me like an exclusive skin, but not like Redacted exclusively for me only, like default him only. So that's good to know. And now I'm gonna read the the reply I send back to him. The reply I sent back. So this is what I said. This is good info about Redacted. There might be some spelling mistakes, but don't mind it. And making him more lore accurate will hopefully be very helpful at fixing some of the flaws that I have at the moment. Yeah, making him more lore accurate will hopefully help some of the flaws with Redacted for right now. Hopefully that would help it pretty well. I hope it would help it. And the reason you gave about him not being a dev killer makes much more sense. Come to know why. And which, I just told him that it makes sense. And the next thing I said, and maybe to help you, and this is just a thing I told him or something, but I'm going to read it anyway, saying like, and maybe to help you making him more lore accurate, I did post 2 new entries of Redacted's lore. The smiley face video, which is the little smiley face right there, you might know that one, was the first part of the series that I call the Redacted Chronicles, which you can watch if you want. It would be real nice if you did though. But yeah, I just told him this so he can have a little bit more sense. Now, Redacted Chronicles is definitely not finished yet. I want this to be a pretty big series, and to actually tell what Redacted's backstory was, like what his backstory was, what's his lore, and to become the killer universe in general. Like, in my eyes, he's the one that he's the one that made or caused the containment breach that made all the monsters, break loose in Area 51. He's the main cause. The reason why I know this is because I did read the notes from like previous versions of Become a Killer, where the notes were still a thing. I read them, and that's how I know it. And in my eyes, he would be like the main antagonist in the lore. He would be like the main villain, which would actually which would actually be pretty cool if he actually is, if Red Rogue does actually make that canonically that him being the main antagonist. And also another thing to ask about: have you started to make the demonic skin for him yet? If so, I can't wait for what it will look like. Now, this is just a question for him, like saying like, has he at least like started? I'm not saying I want the demonic skin like done right away, right now. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, has he like started to work on it at the moment? Maybe work on it a little bit, just to see if he started to work on it, or at least started to, work on it. And I'm yet to have a response. He might respond on this video, which if you do, I can't wait for what your reply is. Because I don't know. But yeah, about the demonic skin. Yeah. But yeah. And another thing, is the original skin going to be the classic skin? Because as you remember, as I think I might have told you, Redacted's classic skin, he was a skin ideal that I was going to have, and he was going to add to the Recode update. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm going to add a classic version of him. And I saw the original, he had an original skin, which was him, like, it's him before Recode. I'm just hoping that this is not like the classic skin. Otherwise, if it is, he needs to have his crazy happy face, which is one of his more noticeable features, one of his more knowable, it's one of his more noticeable features that he has, and what makes him look so damn creepy. So yeah. And I do say, like, if so, he needs to have his crazy happy face, which in my eyes is one of the more notable looks that he has. And then I say, in my eyes, he is the main antagonist in the lore of Become the Killer. And then I just say, thanks for telling me. So that was the reply I sent him. Yeah. I just thought I would make a quick update about this. Because Harry Rogue, he did give me some extra info about Redacted. Since I'm the original creator, me and Harry Rogue, okay, we're kind of working together with Redacted right now. We're kind of thinking on Redacted. I'm like coming up with ideals and stuff like that, and then he makes it, finalizes them, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think, but I feel like I would be a pretty good admin on the game. I would be actually a pretty decent admin for the game. Hey Rogue, if you're watching this, if you want to do that, sign me up. I wouldn't be bad. I would not be happy. Wait, what? I meant to say I wouldn't be mad about that. That would actually be pretty nice. I'm not begging, okay? I'm not begging. I was just saying, like, if you want to make me an admin, which you can if you want to. I doubt you will. If only if he's watching this. If not, then I'm just talking to myself. Now I just forgot what I was gonna say. I literally forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, right. Like, you can make me an admin whenever you want. I doubt you will, but if you want to, I'll be fine with it. I would actually be pretty happy about that. But I'll be fine. As long as being an admin for the game isn't like too hard of a job and stuff, then I should be good with it. But it would be nice. It would actually be pretty damn nice. But I'm clarifying. I'm not begging. I'm just saying, if you feel like it, if you want to do it, then I'll be fine with it. If not, I'll also be fine with it. But yeah. I just thought I would make a little update on this, on what Harry Rogue said on my channel update video. Him giving some good information about Redacted and stuff about him that he wanted to talk about and stuff like that. So if he comments on this video, if he comments on this one, talking about what I left on the comment here, and if he sees this and stuff like that, then okay. Because in my eyes, I feel like I am making the Become the Killer community more knowable. Like, I'm the only YouTuber that I know of. Although I think, God, I forgot his name. I know one pretty well-known Roblox YouTuber made maybe 2 videos on, him reviewing the game and stuff like that. So I'm not the only YouTuber reviewing it, but I'm the only YouTube, in my eyes, which I think I might be the only YouTuber that makes a good amount of content on the game, which is genuinely kind of sad because I feel like this Roblox game, I mean, it's hit it has around like 5 million visits, so quite a good handful of people played it. So maybe it's doing just fine, but hey Rogue, if you're watching this, one more thing. In my eyes, I see Redacted not only the main antagonist of Become a Killer. I'm just gonna clarify some things on what Redacted is, which, if you don't know what Redacted's real name is, the real name for him is Klaus Greenstone. That's his real name. And Klaus, but I'm fine with you call him Redacted still. I'm okay with it, but I feel more happy when people, uses like actual first name, which is Klaus, which is not a bad first name. That's actually pretty fitting, since he is British. Yes. Yes. He's in fact British. Yeah. Don't make fun of it, okay? Look, I know what you're gonna say. Oh my god, he's British! Oh my god, British! Look, alright? Get your mind out of the goddamn gutter. Alright? Alright, this is a serious thing we're talking. This is serious right now. Not really, but for right now, this is serious. But if your Rogue is watching this, I want to clarify some things that you should know about Redacted or Klaus. I'm going to be referring to Redacted as Klaus from now on. Well, for the rest of this video at least. Is that Klaus? He's actually the son of Noli. Yep. He's the son of Noli. Canonically, he is. Now, he kind of was a normal guy. Before. But then he encounters this void liquid. Now, I might spoil a little bit of Redacted Chronicles as a little story I have planned out right now. I might spoil it a little bit. But so if you don't want to hear spoilers, then click off right now. Okay. But then he comes across this fluid, which is canonically called just the void fluid. Heck, it even has a whole song in the custom OST about it. He touches it, and after that he doesn't feel good. Alright. Now canonically okay, I'm back. The recording, it did the thing. So that's great. It just automatically saves the recording and never makes me record it. So I had to restart my computer to just get it back working again. That's how weird it acts when I have Opera GX opened up. It acts so weird. I'm gonna close it out right now, so it won't act as weird. And hopefully help it. What was I gonna say? God. Alright. Canonically, void fluid is basically like some of Noli's remnants. Which sounds ridiculous, I know, but trust me, okay? I might have just spoiled a very big portion of the Redacted Chronicle series. I might have just spoiled a pretty big part of it. Oh, I just love spoiling stuff. I just love spoiling people, do I? That's my bad, alright? Look, I told you to click off the video if you didn't want to hear spoilers for it. Alright? I told you. For those who wanted to stay, who wanted to spoil themselves, I did tell you. But yeah, and it turns Klaus into what he's meant to be. It turns Klaus on what he is supposed to be. Just this powerful being. Just being like, I don't know. And canonically, he may be even more powerful than his own father, that being Noli. He may be even more powerful. I don't know how. And just saying that sounds a little over the top, which it kind of is. When you think about it, it is a little over top. But you know, since him being in Become a Killer, I kind of don't want to make Redacted technically a myth anymore. I technically want to make him more so like a much bigger character in like a entire plot, like him taking a much more bigger role in something, not him being like a retro studio myth, which is where he originated from. So Hero, don't change the based on a myth made by Mr. Roach 1 thing. You don't have to change that. You don't have to, okay? Alright. But I want to make him more of a much bigger character. Him having a much more bigger role in the plot. And maybe have him a much more bigger character in the Roblox fandom itself. Which I can only dream of. It's something I can only dream of, and I just wish it comes to reality. Which I doubt, but I just hope. I really just hope. Anyway, yeah, that was the things I wanted to clarify. Diego Harry Rogue, if you're watching this, this update video on what Harry Rogue did say. You know, what his comment said on my channel update video. Yeah, I just thought I would make this I just thought I would do this video as a quick little update on what Harry Rowe commented to me on my channel update video, which I didn't know he was going to comment like straight away. That part I was like, okay, because it surprised me a little bit, because I didn't know he was gonna find the video like straight on it. I thought it was gonna take a little bit of time for him to actually find what the video is. No. Which kind of tells me he might be subscribed to my channel. Cherry Rogue, if you are, then it would make sense for you to, you know, comment on the video so fast. That would make sense. Or maybe you just saw it on your recommended very quickly. That probably too. But yeah, I just thought I would make this quick update video on it. And yeah, if you guys enjoy the video, hit the like button. Do subscribe if you want. If not, that is a-okay with me, but it'll be heavily appreciated. My goal is to reach 150 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. I don't know, but hopefully. And okay, well, I dropped something. I'll pick it up a little later. And I'll miss out on my community posts, like what videos you want to do next, or other stuff in general, like teasers, trailers, channel updates, and so on. So yeah, I thought I saw my screen turn red there for a second. I'm most likely seeing things. But yeah, I'm Mr. Broach, and I'll see you next time. See you later. Okay, while I'm in this, I forgot to say something in the video. So hey Rogue, if you're still watching, okay, I forgot to tell you some skin ideals that I had for Redacted. So the first skin ideal was, now if Harry Rogue, if you do know this, then you should know who I'm going to talk about right now. You know the Interloper ARG? You know that one Source Engine ARG that's being real popular? Yeah. I'm thinking of having Redacted, him having a skin of him. So him having like an Interloper skin would actually be pretty cool. He would be like one of those Umbrella Men from the series, which I feel like he wouldn't. That kind of skin wouldn't actually be too hard to make. Actually, just get rid of his hat, give him an umbrella, and boom. Maybe give him a little trench coat, and boom. That's pretty much it. But yeah, and make him just have no animations, just him holding the umbrella. I feel like that would be a pretty cool looking skin, in my opinion. Crap. I don't know what to think. And also, another skin ideal is, like, here we go if you're watching. Another skin ideal is, like, his Carcass.mp4 appearance, which I do have a video. Yeah, Carcass.mp4. I was thinking on having, I don't know, his Carcass.mp4 appearance hero. You could make that a skin. I feel like that would be a pretty okay skin to add. Maybe not as like cool as like the Interloper one, but it would still be pretty cool. He'll just be more of a more creepy looking version of Redacted. He'll just be a little bit more of an ominous version. That's what the Carcass.mp4 one would be. And his regenerating ability, if that skin does come, his regenerating ability would have that like music box that you hear at the end of it. At the end of Carcass.mp4. He would have that music box, which is just the FNAF music box, but he would have that music box for his regenerating ability. So yeah. So I just thought I would say that before the video ended. I won't say the outro again, but I just wanted to say this because they almost forgot about it. Yeah. I'll see you next time.